Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. 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 Yeah, it was good, y'all. I know I left y'all on a terrible spot last time. I left y'all on a terrible spot. My fault. But I was tired last time. It was getting that time, and I had work, so I had to go. I'm sorry. But we back. Let's look at the history real quick, so we know where we're at. Right now we are questioning we're at the finale for Sholmes's deduction. Someone who tried to hide the broken glass fragments. Someone who abused emergency stop. Oh yeah, she used the excuse, I'm just a little girl. I couldn't do this, I'm just a little girl. Accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. But you can't hear such calls, you must see it with your eyes. Alright, we're just gonna hop back in it. Let me clear my voice. Get back in my voice acting bag. With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Observation. If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of those two was there when it happened. Precisely. You were delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kaz died. We'll suggest someone was there at the scene. Oh yeah, I'm looking at both of y'all. Let's go. Let me look at them arms. He has arms like tree trunks, doesn't he? Heavy tree trunks. Yes, he certainly has sailor arms. He's a born man of the sea. Even if I had been awake, I couldn't have done anything about being dragged out of that wardrobe by this man. Naruto-san? Are you alright? You seem to be lost in thought. Oh, sorry. Blame those hairy tree trunks, ayo. Alright, what else? Have you noticed something significant about Seaman Stroganoff's hat? No, sadly not. I was just thinking that if only we'd found it in Kaz's cabin, it would be so easy. That's true. A dropped hat at the scene would have been very conclusive evidence. Ah, that's a point. I'm sure I saw your university uniform hat at the scene somewhere. Oh. That is not a point. At least not one I'd like you to make. Oh. You was just joking. Missy, I remember last time, Missy. One of your ears is missing. One of those is missing. CSS petite ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? There's something attached to her. Yeah, you've noticed this before. I expect that's what's called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry. Earring, is it? It really is tiny. Perhaps part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off. So now, all that's left is the clasp part that attaches to the ear. If that's the case, she doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. I wonder where that piece went. Just... Yep. There's something dangling from her ear. That's an earring. The crescent moon part looks as though it's made from wood. It's charming, isn't it? Women do seem to love adornments like that. In their hair, around their necks, on their fingers, even hanging from their ears, it seems. Well, jewelry is beautiful, Naruhodo-san. Can I point that? Okay. We haven't found anything like that, though. What's that? Oh, what's that? What's that? Is that ink? Is that ink? Look at this. Is that ink? Some kind of stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. Looks like ink if I'm not mistaken. Ink. Look at the color too. It's clear where this came from. Look at that, buddy. Look at that, buddy. Yes! Seaman Stroganoff. Ooh. Hey. Added the extra strings. You seem to have a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Huh? Yes, I am. Don't know where that dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform, and I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruto, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, the evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. It's gotta be the picture, right? It's gotta be the picture. Yeah, it's the picture, it's the picture. Yes! Gotcha. Gotcha. You were there. Yes. It's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused a stain on your uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ah! Ah, the penny drops. At last, now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. Ugh. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of that exact same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilt. Alright. Yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in the dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe did it. Then I pressed button to make Boreal do emergency stop, and both cabin doors shut. I did everything, so no one would suspect our angel. Beef, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then, our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Beef, please, you must help me. I went with her. Door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw a student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told so. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Sogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Yes, that is right. So, after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? When you were in Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door of Ktuman cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Oh? Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark. He was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Nah, I don't know, bro. That's not it. That's not all, bro. Have we discovered the real truth about Kaz's death at last? Something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, where's the cat? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. We already knew that, bro. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. In the unfortunate instant that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. Where's the cat? Where's the cat? However, those are the facts. There is one particular area in this photograph That seems to be somewhat unnatural. What is it? The finger writing? What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto? Huh? Oh, well... If Kaz tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of luck broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? It's the writing. That shouldn't be there. Yes! This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Kaz, so if you're looking for something unnatural, that's the obvious point. Very true. It is certainly peculiar, but it's not what I meant by unnatural. That particularly crass detail was orchestrated by the culprit. I mean to identify another point. Oh? I see. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. In my opinion, if you landed as the victim appears to have done here, it would be most unnatural. I'm sure you'll reach the same conclusion. How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you for your gentle guidance. If Kaz tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck wouldn't be straightened out like that. Is that what you're saying? Which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? It's his neck. It wouldn't be straightened out like that if it was broken. It would be like a little turn or something. His neck, right? Yes. It must be here, surely. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection, my dear fellow. When noting a crucial point, it can be helpful to keep your eyes open. They were open. And it can be equally helpful to use them. Sorry, I'll try that again. I think it's plain what Mr. Sholmes means by unnatural, isn't it? The word written in a foreign language underneath his fingertip. Surely... Imagine losing... Would you land... Oh, he just gave me the answer. Would you land as the victim has? What of your hands? Oh, the hands. One wouldn't be balled up and the other wouldn't be... have his fingers out like that. You look like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. This should be an easy task. Why do I... It will be his hands, then. Thought it was his neck. Yes! Oh, no. I guess not. What am I missing here? Are you talking about his closed hand? His closed hand, then, maybe. Yes. All right. If he fell down to, if he fell down, well, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist doesn't seem right. I mean, both hands don't seem right, but yeah, okay. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. True. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You're doing it right now. This is what I found. Oh, a crescent moon with the little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right. Crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? Tells us nothing. I know what it tells us. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks... It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruto. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kaz's clenched fist? This is the final clue. The last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answers with your own eyes. Oh, you looking a little more sad now. You looking a little more sad now. What's wrong, Pavlova? What's wrong? Did you forget something? Damn. Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it must have broken, I suppose. Oh, what? But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon. Oh, you looking scared, girl. I don't believe it. Yeah. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto? Yeah. Shorty, what did you do? Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. You killed my homie, didn't you? You killed my homie. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh, no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Fucking bitch. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kaz? When I was thinking about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, fishing boats in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then I was at last in this cabin, and I could relax after this horrible long day. Taka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she had disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Taka would not come back. What are you doing What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country? He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Daka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, and I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh? Yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah! Ah, of course! You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina? Huh? No! I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from this far land, far away east, know a Russian ballerina? Yes. I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on the ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth. And I hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So, you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the Oh, he's going to get me. He was going to get me. He was going to get me. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted. And then... Daka jumped out of my arms and out to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... I pushed him. I pushed him. On the... I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And... I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. Oh my gosh, man. That's when you went to fetch for help? When Seaman Stroganov was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina crying out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me. Help me, Beef. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kaz's room to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. Then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan. Lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed the wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on the floor. I wrote, so that person who found him would look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished job. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the assist barrier did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. But if that was an accident, why was there something in the food to put everybody to sleep if that was an accident? That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, no. Everybody was supposed to go to sleep so she can get on the boat. Never mind. Still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kaz about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, they already knew you were on the ship. Yeah, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Good catch, Ryu. Good catch. Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So, before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? He was coming to get me. Well, I'm not Kaz, so I can't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No! He was walking over to it! He was going to pull the cord! He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not done yet. Seems there is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yeah, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama? Yeah, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. There's one thing I've learned today. It's that a simple gaze can reveal all manners of truth. Not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kaz looking at? He's looking at the wardrobe. He was about to get me.
Take that!
Take that! Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly, it may have looked like Kaz was going to ring the bell cord. Yes. However, what is directly besides the bell cord? The wardrobe. Wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. You jumped the gun, girl. You jumped the gun. Miss Pavlova. I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. That'll never change. I hope you never forget that. And let that guilt sit in. Let that guilt sit in. You jumped the gun. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What the I've done? You fucked up, that's what you did. You fucked up. So, long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic incident on the SS Beria is finally laid to rest. Damn, bro, Kaz died to that? Kaz died to that, bro. Fuck. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort that all out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganoff, I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you. About how you lost good friend. Yeah, you use a bitch for that. Use a bitch for that too. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. You should. You helped out. It's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kaz's death is like such a waste, but well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yeah. Trip's over. I did stow away after all. Couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin for now. And we gotta sleep in this cabin where he died at. Looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it even begun. Think that only days ago, Kaz and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. Seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? When did you get in here? Sue? Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosu just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Aw. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over. Just like that. Susato-san. Ah, that's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now, they've been cruelly taken away. just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. Yeah, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Spectre, my duty was to see Asogi safely to Great Britain. But I failed. Caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering at the result. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. They put everybody to sleep, bro. They put everybody to sleep. How are you supposed to expect that? And I'm free again now Huh? Huh? Surprise, Naruhodo-san. Man, take these colors off me. What's the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Hello, motherfucker. What's good, Knox? So you putting these back on me as a joke? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Sorry. So I decided to restore them for old time's sake. Shall we say, you are a stowaway after all. No, I cracked myself up. You think this is funny? Bro, get these costs off me. Let's throw hands. You saying the only way you can see me now is as a criminal in cuffs. Fucking. Fucking. Mr. Shams? We do appreciate all your assistance. Ain't no way it just died right there. Ain't no way it just died right there. Did it just... Ain't no way it just died right there. Bro. Did it skip over his... Did it skip over his trolling? Please tell me it didn't skip over his trolling. Please tell me it didn't. This guy here, that's crazy. That was dumb. The loss of your companion is truly heart-wrenching. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. You have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Ah, oh. I don't care for me, but... Poor Sue. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know? All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. You want me to fake it? You want me to fake it till I make it? Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. You want me to step up? Miss Sue? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... well, I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, I got a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo, that's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody can learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out shit. I will work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. You let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? Because he said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen, for taking up that mantle. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I'll become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? I think it's a wonderful idea. Hey. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No. It's madness. Yet fascinating. Wouldn't you agree? Fascinating. Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are of no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. from the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Thank you for the praise, bro. You're still a clown. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector, after all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how to best make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, I'm gonna try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thanks. And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this. What? Me? Are you sure? Who better for it to go to than me? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Osogi clan for generations. Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Miss Sato, seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It'll be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. You're not gonna be slamming me anymore, right? And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yeah! That's exactly what I need. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too. Goodness. What is it? Please throw me to the ground. 3 times. You gonna let me get my get back? You gonna let me get my get back? Alright, we even. We even then. You gonna let me get my get back? We even. I'm on my last break. Ayy. Almost there. Almost to freedom. She gonna let me get my get back. That's what's up. Respect. 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 I'll take back everything I said about you. What? I should never have doubted you. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. It should have been. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. Yes! Yes! I'm glad you agree. I'm not saying that, Ryu. You just found out about me stowing away, and... No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should have never thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times. Oh, you threw me 5 times? I don't remember that. That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anybody in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most interested. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling. Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. Apparently it's called the Susato Takedown. Leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I can't even speak because of how much of a clown he is. I'm a somewhat accomplished boxer. Why are you throwing hands at her? There he goes, dancing around. Fucking idiot. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. Yes, I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Are you ready? Why are you throwing me again? No. I didn't sign up to be the test dummy. I didn't sign up to be that. What? I thought you were going to do it to him. Are you... Huh? Sorry? Oh, you a hoe. You a hoe. You threw that all out the window. You threw that all out the window. As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Ah, yes. Arresting indeed. And that is what you term the Susato Takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a Susato Squash. You got another named move? Oh my... Bruh. Bruh. Nah, I take back everything I said. Nah, I take back everything I said. God damn it. In my grotty state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kaz flickered in my mind. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that has been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. Can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. Japanese man's sword is a soul, Ryu. Can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. God, R.I.P. Kaz, bro. That important thing he had to do. Still don't know what that was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. And that was a good chapter. It was more in the style of Edgeworth Investigations. It was more in that style, and I like it. I'm liking the mixture here. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Oh yeah, I went to the wrong one. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. Interesting. I think that's a good place to stop that. Return to the title screen, yep. Finish that off. Start off fresh another time. Ah, he shouldn't have died like that though, man. He shouldn't have died like that. Some BS, bro. Pavlova's got a lot to learn. She's gonna be learning it in that cell. We didn't learn anything about that guy though. The Russian terrorist. Maybe it'll come up in the future. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, da, 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 da.